Good morning, Swirly Nation, and welcome back to Detroit, Michigan. Today we're in Novi, Michigan for another clash here in the Motor City Invasion. The Penguins 1-1 so far on the weekend. So to say this game means a lot, this game means a lot. You either come away from this with a successful winning record on the weekend or an unsuccessful losing record on the weekend. So we're set to go here. Another clash between Honeybaked and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Starting lineups brought to you by the Lemieux Sports Complex's training table. At forward, in goal, we'll start there. Number 1, William Hanner. On defense, 77, Jake Starr, and 16, Dalton Julius, moving back to the defense spot. Up front, we've got the wings, Brady Paris, and moving to wing, his first full game as a wing in probably ever, is going to be Brennan Kaminsky, and at center 43, Cameron Evans. The Penguins with a bit of control here on the first shift as they're going to cycle through a line change here. Honeybaked able to pop it free. Gorgievsky able to play it into the Penguins end, a dump and change. And Honeybaked will work on their first set of line changes. Is knocked off the stick of Filiaggi coming up the right. Carter getting there. He can't get control, so back comes Honeybaked in the form of Cleveland. Around Merlot. It's knocked down there, followed on by Verlella. Verlella reverses back to Merlot as we get a little bit of flow here. Penguins look to be moving here this morning. An early one, an 8 o'clock start here from Detroit. Penguins cycle through another set of changes. Here's Real blazing in, a backhander up high, stomped out by Love. Love, the Honeybaked goaltender today. Down goes an official heavily. That looked like it hurt. Honeybaked able to clear the zone. It'll be Julius back in his traditional defensive position after spending the first game and a half at forward. Sproul gets to it. He tries to advance it to Wu. Real will be in on the puck pressure. A D-to-D play behind the net by Honeybaked, unable to be cut off by Wu as they'll exit the zone. Then it'll be one-on-one with Julius. Actually, a two-on-one is Sproul unable to get back on the back check. A nice centering feed kicked out by Hanner, and Wu will pick the puck up for the Penguins. Hanner getting a good early save under his belt, and the Pens will ice the puck, and we'll get a change in lines. So Coach Ray Conway getting creative again for this one as we see Kaminsky moving up. Julius moving back. Those two young men doing Herculean duty out there, learning to switch positions mid-weekend of a AAA weekend. That is not an easy task. Paris on the draw, won by Honeybaked, back to Weaver. His shot kicked out by Paris to the corner. Nice rebound control there by Paris. It'll be rimmed around. They were looking for Evans. Couldn't connect, but it'll be Merlot picking things up. Knocked off of his stick as the Honeybaked forecheck. Pasturing the Pens. A Star hounded from behind there. As Honeybaked was able to dislodge the puck, they'll play it across the ice, where Evans will kind of kick it around a little bit. Honeybaked will fire one in, and Hanner redirects it to the corner. Kaminsky after. So Star kind of hounded from behind, had the puck whacked off of his stick, and since then the Pens have been unable to exit the zone here. We saw this yesterday with zone exits being an issue. As Evans will clear it all the way down, it'll be an icing. But the Pens will get a line change taken care of. A couple extra seconds run off the clock there. It'll be 11:35 to play in the first, and then we'll see Filiaggi, Carter, and Armstrong on the ice up front for the Pens, with Ofterhide and Villela on the back end. Filiaggi with the puck pressure, frees things up. McElmurray back to take it away though. And back comes Honeybaked, chipping it up off the boards. Following on is Armstrong. He'll whack it all the way behind the Penguins net and chase it down himself. Bit of a reverse dump and chase there. A nice outlet pass to Ofterhide, who ticks it right up to Carter. Carter in for Filiaggi, and they'll say it's an offside play. Filiaggi a step ahead of the puck. That was a close play at the blue line there. Let's see if we can get it on the replay action. As Wu leans over the dot, waving at it, Sproul, but he sends it between both of the Penguins defensemen. Penguins, right there, that's a situation where they want to get control and make a pass. Kind of whacking the puck around at time to time. We've seen Armstrong do it early in this one, and they just whack at a puck and send it flying. We saw Evans do it up the wall, resulted in an icing. We see Sproul do it there. It kind of results in a play that goes between the Pens defensemen. That's just the crispness that we talk about a little bit. You know, getting control, making a play. And here's Jack Reel with a nice stick lift. Gets control. He'll lose it out at center, but we're going to get a penalty. Who's it going to be on? It looks like McElmurray with the hook on Reel. So the Pens are going to head to the Sir Pizza power play for the first time in this one. 1:30 will go up on the clock. We got 10:24 to play in the period. Wu to take the draw. Whacks it to the corner. Rimmed around and up comes Honeybaked short-handed. Defending their star at center ice. Good stick on puck. Break it up. Sproul tries to hit Reel streaking down the middle. Reel will stay with the play. He'll be kept from chasing the puck by two Honeybaked defensemen, and Starr will keep it at the blue line. It's off of a glove of a Honeybaked player who was hanging over the bench, so it'll be an offensive zone face-off for the Pens. And they're going to deploy Villela, Merlot. Oh, no, it will be a neutral zone draw. That's a bad call. I know it went off a Penguin stick, but the player was hanging over the bench for Honeybaked. Should have been in the offensive zone, but the Pens will get it in the offensive zone nonetheless, and Evans will find Kaminsky, who takes one shot, two shots. Two big saves there by Love. Evans was able to chase it down. Now he'll come out to the corner with it. Firing one in the short side, kept out. So two quick shots here in about 15 seconds for this power play unit of Paris, Evans, Kaminsky, Merlot, and Villela. It'll be Paris drifting to the dot for the faceoff. Wins it cleanly back to Villela. He'll go D to Merlot. Merlot will pop it to the corner and around behind for Kaminsky, who taps it to Paris. Paris winds one in front that's kicked out by Love. It'll be Villela now. Up for Paris off the backhand of his stick. Gathered in. Paris will twist in the corner. Can't get control. And back comes Honeybaked. Georgievsky fires one in. It'll be off the pad of Hanner. Crashing in heavily comes the Honeybaked forecheck. Penn's able to get control. It'll be Evans coming up through center. Sending it over to Kaminsky. He maybe waited a second too long there. Evans will cut in front to free the puck up again. As the Pens will go D to D. Out to Filiaggi. He was looking at Evans. Couldn't get it through. It'll be popped free, but right to the stick of a Honeybaked forward. And Honeybake's in with a 2-on-1 potentially here. Penguins do a good job back checking it. But in front, left wide open. was Fallon, who is stopped by Hanner. Another great save. And Honeybaked looking to apply the pressure as we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. It'll be Filiaggi. Now Carter. Carter to the red line, dumping and chasing. Back in after it, Lappin for Honeybaked. He'll battle in the corner with Carter, free it up, and out come Honeybaked. Carter will cut the play off. Pens will keep it in at the blue line, but only briefly. As it's worked back out the center for Merlot to regroup. He's D to D to Star as the Penguins look to change the flow direction to the right. Armstrong up the right corner. He's crunched against the wall, goes down, and we'll have another penalty on Honeybaked, a body check call in the corner. So with 7:45 to play, the Pens will have another power play opportunity, and they're going to deploy Wu, Reel, Sproul, Merlot, and Star, the 5 flightless birds. Wu wins it, but all the way down the ice, so the Pens will regroup from their own end here on the power play. Got his stick tied up. That was a good job by the Honeybaked center to tie up Wu's stick, and so when he kind of won it, it was a little harder than he wanted. But he'll get control, and Wu's in the right side. Honeybaked back to defend. He'll find Reel, Cinnamon swirling out of the top of the zone. Over to Star. Star back to Merlot. Merlot to Wu. Wu back to Merlot. He'll go cross ice looking for Star. Adams will get there and break it up, and the Honeybaked team able to fire it back out the center. Penguins will try to re-enter, and Wu runs right into the back of Sproul. Loses the puck, and Honeybaked's back with a 2-on-2 opportunity as Hall chips it in. 40 seconds left on the power play, and Star will set up behind his own net. Rimmed around for Sproul. Sproul hits Wu. Wu hits Reel. Reel's got a bit of room there. Tries to cut into the middle of. Plays it to the corner. A puck that trickles in on him as the Penguins forwards tried to cut to the inside. And we've got another penalty here. This one will be on the Penguins. It's going to be a body checking call. We're not sure who's headed to the sin bin. I think it's Sproul maybe, or Wu. Everybody headed that direction. It's not the whole team. It will be Sproul. So 19 seconds of 4-on-4 coming our way before the Pens will be on a penalty kill. Early on, body check. Body checking call on Sproul. Pens will have some 4-on-4 time here before PK. Carver from the point. He's got a missile, and Hanner will catch it in the cradle. And hold on. Catching the cradle in the silver spoon. It's too early for me to be singing on Cinnamon Swirl TV. Evans to the corner, frees things up. Following on, is that? I can't tell. Might be Ofterhide. It was. Now Villela pokes it, but right to a Honeybaked player, drives the middle, and it's stopped and covered up by a mass of humanity in front of Hanner, and it'll be power play time now. That was a really Evans and Paris out there for about a 20-second shift, and the Penguins are going to change penalty killers. So a coaching staff unhappy with their penalty killing ability early here. And Honeybaked will go to the power play. They'll deploy Filiaggi and Kaminsky. Julius and Star on the back end. Filiaggi wins the draw. Star gets tied up, centering feed by Honeybaked off of a stick, and it'll ultimately pop free to Filiaggi, who explodes out the center. He's 1-on-3. He'll do a smart play to bank it off the boards, get it deep, and kind of control a bit as they try to run some clock here. Kaminsky on the forecheck attack. By him comes Honeybaked. It'll be a 3-on-2. Work to the outside. Drop pass to the high slot. Shot comes in. Hanner there. Rebound out front, and it's tapped by on the power play. So the Sproul penalty comes back to bite the Penguins a power play goal for Honeybaked, and it's 1-0 Honeybaked in this one. Filiaggi will take the face-off, wins it back to Villela, D to D. It'll be Carter now. Carter over center red into the Honeybaked zone. Will go left wing side, leaving it for Filiaggi. Great play there and a laser of a shot. Glove down by Love. Crashing down the board comes Villela. Back to Carter. Carter will step into one. His shot skips wide of the cage. Honeybaked will pick it up along the wall. But Filiaggi will battle there. It's worked around behind for Carter. Up by Honeybaked. It's Cleveland trying to get control. Bounces over his stick, and Merlot is able to put it in back in behind for Weaver. Weaver goes off the boards. That's stopped by Armstrong, who banks things off a wall. It'll be picked up by Filiaggi, who's hooked on the play. No call. And back comes Cleveland. He sends it cross ice looking for Fallon, but Merlot there to take it away. Honeybaked follows on, and the Pens will try to regroup at their blue line as Ofterheide will find Filiaggi cutting up the middle. Played back in front of the Honeybaked benches. They make a line change. They did a great job of not getting too many men there. Penguins also completing a line change. McElmurray with the puck for Honeybaked, and he dances right around Ofterheide and fires one high short side that just misses. Had a chance there to make this one 2-0 early. As we wind down to about 4 minutes left in the first period, the Penguins trailing 1-0 here from Novi, Michigan. Honeybaked in their white uniforms today as they fire one just wide of Hanner. With the black and gold trim, black pants with white socks, and on the chest is the script Honeybaked. I'm a big fan of the script as a Pitt fan myself. We've got a penalty coming. A trip being called. That'll be McElmurray of Honeybaked heading to the sin bin. Well behind the play, I thought. We're trying to figure out so there's a penalty called. The Honeybaked coach looking for an explanation. The Penguins coach is looking for an explanation. I believe they're also calling an offside play on the Penguins. So the face-off will come outside of the Honeybaked blue line. Well, now they're going to put it at center. Everybody agrees to the situation here. So Sir Pete's a power play back in effect. The Honeybaked with a power play goal here in this one. And the Penguins answer with one of their own. Honeybaked, like I said, in white. Your Penguins in black. The black jerseys with the gold Penguin logo dominating the chest. Black pants, black socks, everything with the gold trim. And, of course, the iconic gold Pens Elite helmets. It'll be Evans in the left. He's got Kaminsky going to the net. He'll fire it in front. Kaminsky taps it, but and the referee's going to take a goal off the board as he's claiming that he kicked it in. There's no way. Well, we've seen this in Detroit before, just yesterday, where the referees will take a goal off the board. They're claiming Kaminsky kicked it into the cage. So no Sir Pizza power play goal. No 15 minutes of 5% off at Sir Pizza. And we go back to power play hockey as Kaminsky will rim it around behind. Looking for Evans. Will get in on the forecheck. It'll be Paris on the half wall. Spinning out, tapping it towards the middle. Battling in behind is Kaminsky. He flicks it over towards Evans. Paris will be there to tie up the puck. Evans will come in to take control. He looks for Kaminsky backdoor again. That one skipping over Kaminsky's stick, and out comes Honeybaked over the red line and a dump in. Great speed here by Hall to disrupt. Pens will get control, and it's Evans 1-on-3. Can he delay here? He'll carry it to the outside. Stop up. Penguins in a line change. He's got Armstrong. Kaminsky, or Starr in front. Evans will fire it, trying to use Starr as a screen, and it's caught in the chest by Love. So the Penguins with another goal taken off the board here in Michigan. And it'll be Filiaggi's line's turn on the power play with Carter and Armstrong. Back for Villela, tapped forward to Filiaggi. He'll gather control, cutting to the middle, trying to pull it around. Can't get free, but it's freed up for a slapper by Villela that's kicked out. Love equal to the task, power play over as Armstrong has the puck. He kind of delays a bit, leaves it for Villela. Nice work there as the Penguins set things up, a pass in front for Ofterheide that deflects wide to the cage. And we're down to about 2 minutes left here in the first period, a 1-0 Honeybaked lead. As Cleveland back out into the Penguin zone, and he'll dump it in for Villela behind the net to set things up for the Pens. And your flightless birds are out the right-hand side. Armstrong tied up along the board, so Ofterheide will regroup. Rim it around past Villela, but all the way to Carter. Carter's got Filiaggi. He hits him at center. He's got a 2-on-1 with Armstrong. Feeds it over to him. Armstrong shot all down low and a kick save and a beauty. Armstrong dumped in the corner. He'll give a whack to the back of the shin of the Honeybaked player, and the referee will tell him, please don't do that again. As streaking in his moon, he's tripped and no call. So the Penguins get away with one there. Starr will come out the center. It's Wu centering for real. He'll line one towards the net that's off of a stick and kind of trickles in for Love to put in the corner, and back comes Honeybaked. McElmurray over to Moon. Moon cuts to the middle, carrying left to right, looking and shooting. Hanner kicks it out on the blocker side. Nice angle and position there by the Penguin netminder. We're inside of a minute here in period one as it's wedged free by Starr, and he's gone. Nobody's going to catch him. He'll be in on a break. He'll look high, and it will go top cheddar. Jack Reel springs free at center ice and goes high, glove hand side, the real deal. Jack Reel makes it 1-1 here at the end of the first. Just a play where the puck kicked free. He was able to poke it past the defenseman, and once he's free at center, there's not anybody that's going to catch him. Coming your way. Penguins control the puck. They try to work it up to Evans. It's knocked off of his stick, but it'll be an offside play. Paris will step in at the face-off. Honeybaked able to work it into the Penguins, and a shot. I think that was Cleveland firing one that went wide. Battle at the side of the Penguins net as the horn sounds to end period one, a 1-1 tie that saw a power play goal from Honeybaked And a breakaway for Jack Reel. 1-1. We'll head to intermission. Welcome back to period 2. 15 minutes on the clock. We'll switch sides, and we'll get back at it with Honeybaked. A 1-1 tie, which shouldn't surprise anybody. These teams have played twice. A 3-3 tie, a 4-4 tie, and it's 1-1 after one. Fun and exciting hockey here from Michigan. Honeybaked will set stuff up in the Penguin zone. Knocked free, it'll be Evans getting control, and he'll come up through center. It's a 3-on-2. Ofterhide, center driving. He'll try to get it through. It's off of a stick. And Evans just absolutely murdered on that play. As the puck gets popped free, it'll be Starr. Twisting, sending one in front. Harris there to knock at it. He's knocked down behind the net. Digging for it behind Armstrong, will wedge it out. Now Parrish can't get the handle on it. He knocked it free, but unable to get control. Now it's Armstrong trying to shoot it through. It comes off of a stick. He'll stay on the puck. Penguins complete a line change here as McElmurray comes through center. Merlot able to knock it off of his stick. Over to the boards. Following on in support is Honeybaked, and it'll be a turning shot that's blocked that ends up on the stick of Filiaggi. Filiaggi up the right. Trying to center. Unable to get it through. Back comes Honeybaked. It's Moon looking for Adams. What a feed there. Freed up in front, and he'll carry it and fake one-way Starr on his back. Pull it back the other. A beautiful seam pass from Moon to Adams. Makes it 2-1. Honeybaked. That was a great pass. Catching the Penguins' defense where they were able to split him. Starr was able to tie him up a bit, but not quite enough. It's back. It'll be Wu, Sproul, no, it's not. Wu carries in. Looking, sending one backside, and there's Reel. Johnny on the spot to tap it in, and the Penguins strike right back to tie the game. A beautiful feed. That play is Austin Wu right there. Driving with power into the offensive zone and finding Reel on the back door. Austin Wu with the dish of the day. And the real deal, Jack Reel, ties the game at 2. The referee lining up William Sproul, and when he turns his back, he puts his foot right back where it was. I love it. Villela up to Wu. Wu, who just had a filthy dish, drives the left side, but right into the back of Reel. And back comes Honeybaked. That's fouling up to the blue line, cut off there by Villela. Wedged back out the center, and Wu finds Reel again at center. Reel up the left. fended off expertly by the Honeybaked defense, getting good body position there, but it's kept in by the Pens right to the stick of Sproul, who chips it towards the middle. And Sproul unable to get the pass through. Honeybaked turns it back the other way. It'll be an icing. Two tie, 12:08 to play, period number 2. Here from Novi, Michigan. It's Honeybaked and your Pens Elite. Harris to take the draw. Is it towards Evans. Rimmed around by Honeybaked, cut off by Kaminsky. And Honeybaked will try to reverse again. Julius steps up, tries to keep it at the blue line. It's cleared back, but a nice back-checking play there by Paris. He'll find Evans. He'll lose the handle, but pick it back up. And he wedges it down the wall. Turned back by Honeybaked. Stopping and turning. A nice move there, but Evans picks it up, and he might be gone. Evans in on a breakaway. Firing, it's post, off the goalie, and trickles just wide. He hit the post, and then it went off the netminder. Evans pulling the trigger there on a nice play as he picked the puck up in his own end and just blazed up the ice. Now it's a centering feed by Honeybaked as Julius comes free. He'll find Evans. Evans, a delayed penalty as he weaves into the Honeybaked end. He'll delay himself. What are we calling here? But why the whistle? Evans still had possession of the puck. Honeybaked's going to get a too many men penalty, but they blew the whistle with Evans still having the puck in the offensive zone. They might have called a premature goalie substitution on the Penguins, which would bring the faceoff back up, and that's exactly what they're going to call. So Hanner got to the bench, and the Penguins put a player out, but he hadn't stepped onto the bench yet. That's not a penalty, but it is a center ice faceoff and a whistle. And Ray Conway getting an absolute chuckle here from these officials. He covers his mouth so he can't read his lips, but I'm guessing that his conversation is, look, you've already called a player for kicking a puck in the net who was driving the cage, and now we're going to call that the goalie didn't have both skates on the bench before the player substitution occurred, and a face-off will come at center on the power play. It'll be Filiaggi's. These guys digging deep in the rule book. We might have dug deep at the buffet this morning, too. Oof. Puck set up by Hanner behind, rimmed around by Villela. I know I dug deep at the buffet last night as a little Fogo de Chao. They definitely did not enjoy my presence on green. No, I'm kidding. They were fantastic in there. Definitely got my money's worth on our Fogo de Chao trip last night. As decked in front is Armstrong. Fed backside for Filiaggi. You can't pull the trigger. Up through center comes Adams. He's able to work it to Villela. Villela back to Merlot. Merlot to Carter. Carter's in on side. Tries to dangle right between the defense. It's poked off, and McElmurray will come away with it. Takes a whack from Armstrong. Carries it around Filiaggi. A slap shot off of a stick. Nice stick on puck there by the Penguins. Off the ride on the Sir Pizza power play here. Cutting to the outside. Tying up Filiaggi as he cuts into the middle. Works it back. Julius, 5 seconds left on the power play. Pens will have to be careful of the guy coming out of the box as Filiaggi snaps it cross ice looking for off the ride. Out of the box as a Honeybaked defenseman or forward. As the Pens defense read it, they were able to get back, and now off the ride will pick things off and send it forward to a firing Wu, who is just flying down the wing and goes out off the outside of the cage there with that one. Real kicks at the puck. He can't get control, and it's tapped around for Honeybaked. Up to Fallon. Star defends there, and he'll carry it behind the Penguins' net. Star, one whack, two whacks, able to work it all the way to Real. Real with the puck, driving in, centering one, looking for Wu. It's behind him, and back comes Honeybaked. Defended expertly by Bam Bam Merlot. In comes Real again to the backhand, and his backhander lofted high and over the cage. Sproul will get there, but really just kind of, it's like somebody unplugged his controller there. He just kind of paused for a second, and as the puck knocked off of his stick, it'll come all the way back to the Penguins' end. Off of Real skate. Now Honeybaked's in action, and a beautiful cross-ice feed for a shot from Stevens. And there's the hand man with a 10-beller. Ding, ding, ding. He gets the stop and hold. 8:14 to play here in the second period. A 2-2 tie. Honeybaked and the Pens. Honeybaked with a fantastic scoring chance there as Ofteride stops and starts trying to clear it up the wall for Kaminsky. Now Valello will find Evans. Evans will go off the boards and chase it down. Weaver, the first one there, but playing it right to the stick of Paris, who drives in the left side. He's got Kaminsky crashing in. Paris will shoot one off the side of the cage before being chucked to the corner. And back comes Honeybaked. It's Stevens to Georgiev to Hall, dropping it back. Great puck movement on the zone entry there for Honeybaked. And the Pens able to break the play up. It'll be Ofterheide. He'll find Evans on the outside. Evans carrying up the outside with Ofterheide trailing. He'll leave it for him. He'll cut into the middle, carrying the puck, shooting for the stick of Evans, whose deflection is stopped by Love. Evans buried in front. Following on is Ofterheide. Back to Paris. His shot kicked out by Love. Back to the point for a drive from Starr that's blocked by McElmurray. Worked back behind for Evans. Sending it back in front. Chopping out at Paris. And it's into the top of the cage. Evans feeding it across to Brady Paris. And this one they will not say went off of a boot, a hand, a skate. There was no interference. There was no reason for the Detroit officials to take this one off the board. And it's 3-2 Penguins. And how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Brady Paris like a lumberjack chopping that one into the top corner. Starr back to get the puck in the Penguins' end. They've taken a lead. That's right, a lead. And Starr off the boards. Nice indirect feed to Evans. Evans forced to the wall. Paris follows on. And the puck chucked out of play. So we'll have a neutral zone draw as it came off the stick of Paris. And the Pens will get a line change, 6:44 to play. We'll have Merlot and Valella on the back end. Merlot having a great game thus far. Carter, Filiaggi, and Armstrong up front. Filiaggi digs it out of there and wins it back. Kind of between the Penguins defensemen. So Merlot will pick things up, banking it off the wall. Carter blazing into the puck up the left. Centering feed past Filiaggi and Armstrong all the way to Merlot. He spins it further to the corner and stays with it to pop it forward to Carter. Carries around behind. He'll find Valella. Valella to Carter. Carter back to Valella. And now Honeybaked banking it off the wall all the way out. Merlot will gather. He'll find Carter. It's just past his back end. No icing here, not far enough. As Honeybaked's able to rim it around, that's Lappin. Cut off by Armstrong. Good read there. It'll be Filiaggi picking it up, carrying it behind, looking for Carter. Carter dumped in front, so he'll go back to the point. Ofterheide. Ofterheide crisscrosses with Julius, lofts one in. Georgiev blocks that one down, tries to clear past the breakout point, so Ofterheide able to keep things in for Filiaggi. He cuts kind of towards the middle, has it knocked off of his stick, and Honeybaked will ice the puck. A little vanilla ice, baby. So we did have our statistician at Fogo de Chao last night, and we are currently tabulating the number of pounds consumed by Cinnamon Swirl TV as producer Nick Paris and myself, the play-by-play man. Well, if I were to say it was a display, it would be an understatement. Stevens streaking into the zone. Puck still loose in front as Hanner makes the save. Sproul will get to it and toss it softly off the boards to Wu. Wu looking for Real at center, can't connect, and Honeybaked will carry things in on an offside play. Do we have a total poundage yet? Are we at 3 and was it like around 6.5? Probably 6.5, maybe 12 pounds I'm hearing potentially consumed by Cinnamon Swirl TV. They're currently weighing the lamb chops. They had to take the bone off of the weight to get an accurate description, because I think I may have eaten 31 of those last night. And then this morning with a little caffeine, Dr. Real making sure I'm aware that that stuff could kill me. I was like, did you have any idea what I ate last night, doctor? Be much more worried about the cholesterol than the anything else. Star spins it over to Merlot. Merlot on the backhand for Evans. He tries to cut to the middle. It'll be Paris, but it's an offside play. Paris leans over the dot. Spun back around, it'll be Adams into the Penguins zone. Wonderful back check there by Paris. He tries to go heavy off the boards for Star. Star will get control. He'll drive the middle nicely. He's got Evans, nice timing there too. Drew the defense, was able to feed it across to Evans. Evans finding a seam back to Merlot. Merlot sending it across the ice. Evans will reactivate. He was covering the defense there. He'll fire it behind as the Penguins are getting a change. Armstrong in on the forecheck. Now Evans with a bit of pressure forces the turnover to Paris, who sends it well over the glass, looking for a fan in the stands. That's a souvenir, folks. I believe we may have Dr. Julius picking up that souvenir, and he's headed back to the bench to get Paris to autograph it. He's got his Sharpie in hand, and he's asking Brady Paris for the autograph. Classy move by that fan right there. Filiaggi on the faceoff. It's Armstrong popping it in behind the Honeybaked net. Sent all the way down. It'll be an icing on Honeybaked. So a bit of a reset here. 3-2 Penguins lead. The go-ahead goal so far, lumberjacking it into the net with the chopperoo was Brady Paris. 1-1 after one. It's 3-2 with 3:42 to play here in the second period. We're in Novi, Michigan. Honeybaked and the Pens elite. A clash of titans, you could say. Honeybaked in their own end, rimming things around. It comes off with a stick of Georgiev, and Ofteride hammers it back towards the cage. That'll miss. That's Filiaggi into battle. Armstrong with the puck pressure. Off the stick of the streaking Honeybaked forward to Valello. Turns it over to Georgiev, who fires one in on Hanner, who catches it in that breadbasket. And gets a stoppage. Cinnamon Swirl TV, looks like 30 of you out there. I do have the chat blazing this morning. Feel free to pop us some messages. The Penguins Real streaks through center. Carrying around to the outside, he'll fire a missile off the glove of Love. And it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Penguins coming next. Remember, folks, visit our website, citytv.com. Citytv.com. You'll find the Insta. You'll find the Twitter. You'll find the Facebook. You'll find upcoming events. You would have known about the Motor City Invasion if you're on there on the City TV website. Little feature there. You'll probably find some highlights maybe of this weekend. And also, remember, highlights at citytv.com for those of you out there. Mom's cell phone, live barn feeds, whatever it is, send them to us. We'll work on them, as it'll be Julius. Now Star defending well, swiping the puck from Hall, getting it to Wu. Wu up the left. Centering pass right to Jake Starr, whose shot is stopped by Love on a beautiful save. Off the stick of Merlot, and in comes Stevens. Firing high glove side. That'll go off of iron. Off glove, then iron, will say the official. I agree. I think it hit the glove first. As our producer, Nick Paris, is trying to keep up with the clock guy, he's stopping and starting at will. Just randomly, he'll forget to run the clock, and then he'll forget to stop the clock, and then he'll forget to run the clock. This could end up being a 3-hour game by the time we're said and done, as I don't think more than like 8 seconds ran off the clock on the last possession. So shot comes in, blocked out front. Fallon spinning one towards Hanner. He started at that time, so 2:09 to play in the second. We went about a 2-minute stretch, I think, there without the clock running at all. Paris on the faceoff. Hey, you come here to play hockey. A few more minutes. As it's banked off the boards, it'll come out the center, and Brennan Kaminsky in on the forecheck. The Fridge forcing the play to the outside. Gets the puck free and tosses it behind the cage. It'll be rimmed around for Fallon. He's defended by Villela on the half wall. Fallon able to come away with it. Villela able to battle right back through. Now it's Paris sending it cross ice just past the reach of Evans. Snapped up, and it'll be Paris. Trying to hit Evans, and he will. Can Evans get free a second time? He's chased from behind. He does get free. He's hooked up, sliding in. The puck's still loose, and it's picked up by Honeybaked. Evans got down the wall, and he was held. We'll call a hold. As he cut into the middle, and he's going to put the Penguins back on the Sir Pizza power play. 1:30 here for the Filiaggi unit. Will be Ofterhide and Julius, the defense pair. Carter with the puck. Carries it around behind. Sends it up to Julius. D to Ofterhide. He'll scan and look. He'll find Filiaggi at the half wall. Filiaggi cuts around one. Creates some space. Good job of drawing the defense. Pulls it into the middle. He'll shoot one. It's blocked. Carter gets there. His centering pass over to Armstrong, who sends one just wide. He's tied up on the play, and Filiaggi will be able to come in and support. He's tripped up, taps it back to Armstrong. Filiaggi able to get back up and get control. He'll set things up again on the half wall. He tries to go across to Julius, right into Cleveland, who will get to the puck and not. Oh, he is able to clear. Carter will come down the blue line. He's in on sides now. Ridden along the wall. Tossed back to Ofterhide. Banks it off the boards to Filiaggi. Sending it in front. Carter fans on a one-timer. Now Julius starting. All Penguins here on the power play. A great setup here by Pittsburgh. Armstrong unable to get control the first time, so he'll chase it to the corner. He'll lose possession, and Honeybaked will ice the puck. As time expires, 15 seconds left on the power play. The Sir Pizza power play as we'll head to the third period. The Penguins are gathered around head coach Ray Conway, flanked by Jason Julius. And is Jake Hanner over there? He got fired. He was walking behind us. Jake Hanner The goalie whisperer not running the door today. Looks like he got replaced by Preston Clutter. I mean, Jake Anner is a world-renowned recording star, and so he might have just gotten a little too expensive. We'll be back for the third period. Switch sides, 15 minutes on the clock. It's 3-2 Pens, and we'll play the third period. Sent cross ice. Sproul winding, firing right into a shin guard that time. Honeybaked tries to clear. Star will keep it in. Power play over for the Penguins. Popped past Star by Georgievsky. He'll send it up to the blue line. It'll be Mac O'Murray to Hall. Hall defended off by Wu. He's able to toss it to the point, but no further. Weaver keeps it in. Now spinning with it, Georgievsky. Wu will swoop in and take the puck. He banks it off the boards, looking for Reel. Reel twisting at center, but with that quick first two steps, he's able to catch up to the puck. Now Sproul gets to it along the boards and whips it towards the net. He got the puck. I think he had the puck and tried to deliver a cross check there. That's creative. As Star will get the puck. Honeybaked. Cross ice pass. Georgievsky one-on-one with Villela. Great body position there as he pokes the puck free to Reel. He tried to clear the zone, but it's off a Honeybaked defender. And Villela will try a second time. This time he's got Reel. Reel's got Evans if he can hit him, and he misses him. Evans will chase it down in the corner. There was no icing called by the back guy. But the front guy is going to raise the arm. It's the right call. And we'll get an icing on the Penguins on the Reel pass. Want to make sure we give a shout out right now to my man Carter Schub at home. We miss you, buddy. Can't wait to have you back. Glad you're feeling a lot better. Assistant coach Chris Schub at home too. We miss him. Hanner might not have lost his job if he was able to be here. I don't know. It'll be Evans carrying it up the wing, working it behind. Now Kaminsky will fire one. It's off of a skate. Harris picks it up. Stopping, turning, centering pass. Right there's Kaminsky. Can't quite turn it towards the net. And back comes Honeybaked. No further than Villela at center. He'll toss it over to Evans. Cuts up to the middle. Off his skate. He'll pick it back up. Cutting to the middle. Wristing one that's blockered away. Nice job there. Evans twisted up and turned into a corner. Parrish will follow on there. Rimmed around by Honeybaked. Picked up in the corner by Sladich. He reverses again, up the other side. Filiaggi pressures, but it's popped out the center. And buzzing up the ice comes, can't see the number. It's Honeybaked, nonetheless. Filiaggi taps it to Kaminsky. Kaminsky to Ofterheide. Ofterheide back to Filiaggi. Great puck movement there by the Penguins. And nice stick on puck by the Honeybaked defense on that play. It'll be Ofterheide pinching down the wall. Armstrong covering for him as Carter cuts off 1, 2, 3 outlet attempts. The third one gets through. It'll be Fallon twisting into the offensive zone. Bodied off by Armstrong, picked up by Julius, carrying it behind the net with speed. He'll snap it off to the stick of Filiaggi. Filiaggi up the left, looking to drive in with speed. Child, what a beauty of a move. He just couldn't get it on the other side. A centering pass comes free to Armstrong. It went off Carter's stick right to Armstrong, and he just tapped it wide. And we're going to get a penalty here on the Pens. This time Honeybaked was still with the puck, and a whistle will blow. So Armstrong's going to get a hooking call. And the Honeybaked coach wants the same explanation the Penguins coaches wanted earlier when they blew the whistle when Evans still had the puck. And now they're going to put the faceoff back at center ice again. So the Pens are going to be on the Sir Pizza power play. Honeybaked with a power play or penalty kill. Honeybaked has a power play goal already. Armstrong to the sin bin, 11:30 to play. This will be a very important penalty kill. Wu at the dot. Honeybaked wins it. Hall goes D to D. And they'll find Moon on the left side. Sending it all the way across. And they'll set up. It's Carver at the point. Wristing one in. Blocked by Starr to the corner. Rimmed up the wall, but past the stick of Wu. Honeybaked will send it right back down. They've got a guy backside. There's... What a save! Sweet buttery crumpets. Hanner coming across with the pad on a beauty of a stop. Wu picks up the puck, able to clear it back out to center. Halfway through the Armstrong penalty. Honeybaked with the puck at center. Real has that ability to just pop pucks free. Did it again there. As Honeybaked will kind of dump it in. They'll pressure Julius off the boards. Moon doing a good job cutting that off. Real spinning one back to the point, no further. Moon will peel off the half wall, defended by Julius. Shooting one to the backside, and that puck, I think, off the pad of Hanner again. Your best penalty killer needs to be the guy in net, and right now that is the case for the Penguins. As Real swoops in to take the puck, he'll gain center red and dump it in for the change. Sproul will get in on the forecheck. Penalty expires, 10 minutes to go here in the third period. The Pens lead 3-2. Moon dangles inside, cuts to the middle. Possesses. Evans frees it up, taps it forward. He's got Paris streaking up the left, all by himself. And he's able to possess it long enough for Evans to come in. He's got Kaminsky going to the backside. He'll fire a backhander that way. Then stopped and held. A whistle. And an offensive zone draw. It'll be Evans in the corner, Paris there in support. Able to wedge it around to the other side for Kaminsky. Sent up the wall, kept in by Merlot. He'll fire it back to the corner, but it'll be Weaver picking it up there, coming out through center ice. Weaving through is Weaver. Finally popped free. It'll be Evans getting control along the boards. Stopped first, followed on by Paris. Now Kaminsky, and there's Georgiev for Honeybaked, able to kind of tow it around one and fire one off the pad of Hanner, who was able to deaden it off the pads and get a cover. 8:38 to play, third period. It'll be Filiaggi, Armstrong, and Carter. Jeffsky for Honeybaked on the draw. One by Filiaggi over to off the right. I'll rim it around for Carter. He picks things up. He's able to carry it out all the way to center red where Filiaggi there. Pop it into the offensive zone. Wedged around by Carter. He's got Armstrong streaking. He tries for the pass. It's off the skate of the Honeybaked defenseman. I don't think I have his name on here. New Honeybaked player wearing the 19 The Iserman 19 here in Detroit. We are on Nick Lidstrom Drive here in Detroit. Off the ride in the offensive corner, backed up by Carter, supported by Armstrong. The puck's along the boards. It'll be off the ride. Coming away with it, spinning it, looking for Filiaggi. That was a tricky little play. Just missed Filiaggi. Stepping up now is Julius to try to keep it in. It'll be dislodged, and it's off the ride. Picking the puck up, cutting into the middle, into traffic. About 4 Honeybaked hands in the middle there. Can't quite get through, and the stretch feed up for Fallon connects, but it's off of his stick to Starr. Now off the ride. Off the ride in the right wing side. An active offensive shift here for Rylan off the ride. He'll send it back to Sproul at the point, who's got a missile. He shoots it high. It's off a body. Rebound picked up by Filiaggi, who turns it back towards the net and finds the back of the cage. A spinning shot on the rebound. The shot by Sproul came in high off of a shoulder or maybe head area of a Honeybaked defender, and the puck popped right to Filiaggi, who had his back to the net, which can be deceptive for a goaltender, and he spins around, firing it at the cage, and is able to slip it under the pad of Love and give the Penguins an insurance goal at 4-2 here, but still 7 minutes left. This is far from over. Starr with a turnover. Fallon comes right in, and there's Hanner equal to the task. Starr just a mishandled puck there. Fallon, Johnny on the spot to take it from him. Starr visibly frustrated with himself, understandably, but that just happens sometimes. Gets caught up third period. Snowy ice as William Sproul takes the face-off and feeds a gem to Reel, and a beautiful defensive play by Max Lappin to knock it off of Reel's stick, as he is so dangerous if he's able to wind that up and fire there. It'll be back to Merlot. Merlot shoots one in. Fallon eating that one, and it's cleared by Honeybaked. We'll say no icing. No icing. So the Pens Reel will wind things up. He looks for Sproul, a stick lift as he spins it out, and it'll be Weaver picking that one off. Starr will get control now. He's forced to go further back. Pressured, and down goes Starr. He rims it around. Can Evans get there? He will, but what can he do with it now? He's tied up along the boards. Wu doing a good job supporting. Twisting down low, centering pass. Comes free to Starr. Now Wu. Wu firing it all the way up, trying to go through like 5 guys as he had Reel at the opposite blue line. Wu and Reel need to get off as Evans is, as the rest of the other line mate, they have already changed. Sproul, Reel will get it over to Evans. He'll skate into one. Can he beat? He looks glove hand side. It's off the glove and kept out nicely by Love. Evans will have a second attempt here. Cuts to the outside, weaving, centering feed. Nice defensive play. Evans stays in the play, dislodges it, off the ride, hammers one at the glove hand side. Puck pops free, and it'll be cleared up by Evans, but taken by Honeybaked out to center ice. Villela there. He twists, turns into the offensive zone, gets tied up. He'll throw it to the corner for Evans. He keeps going behind the net. Nice body position there by Honeybaked to take it away, but no further than Villela. Paris in support. He'll peel off, looking cross ice. He finds Kaminsky, his shot off the chest, following on to get the rebound before it's cleared by Honeybaked all the way down. It's icing. If it's far enough, it won't be. So Hanner's going to come out and toss it up to off the right to get the play moving quickly. And off the right will do just that. He'll dump it in, and the Pens will get a line change here. Filiaggi. Passing it back to Julius, now back to Filiaggi. He's in the right side, poked off of his stick, but he'll stay with it to the corner. McElmurray gets great body position and is able to toss it around. Armstrong, good pressure down the wall to wedge it forward into the offensive corner. Penguins 4, Honeybaked 2. It's been all Penguins here in the third quarter as Filiaggi, the most recent goal scorer, lines that one off of a pad. Carter Gets there, working, able to tap it back. Off the boards, it'll come free to Starr. Starr stopping, turning, hitting Filiaggi. He lays it right to the stick of Armstrong, who's up 3-on-2 for the Penguins. The crafty Armstrong centering it. It's off the stick, then the skate of Filiaggi. Armstrong will fire on before he goes down behind the net. And Honeybaked will pick things up. It's Georgievsky. Through center, around Merlot, firing one that skips wide of Hanner. That was a heck of a shot, a nice power move there. It's coming in, was a Honeybaked player. Now Austin Wu's gone on a breakaway. He'll go between the legs, rooftop party for Austin Wu, who comes in, dangles to the outside, puts the stick between the wickets, and holds a rooftop party. 5-2 Penguins, the RZA, the Jizza, the ghost-faced killer. It's the Wu-Tang for the Snipey on the breakaway. There's a conversation at the Penguins bench. As Roth, the referee, will drop the puck. Off the stick of Sproul into the Honeybaked end. Banked off the boards. Pressured by Reel. Kept in by Merlot. Right to Sproul, who buzzes to the middle and is knocked down. Nice aggressive play there by Sproul. Weaver along the wall. Wedging the puck out. Tossed in for off their eye. Now Merlot. Merlot twisting and turning, able to rim it around to get some space for off their eye. Comes up the boards and kind of stops in that 10-2 fashion, creating even more room for him to carry it all the way to center red and dump it in. Penguins had 2 forecheckers there. They both kind of crisscrossed with each other, I think, as it's off the wall now to Reel. Reel winding up the right-hand side. He banks it off the boards to off their eye. Off their eye. Dump it all the way back to the opposite corner looking for Paris. Paris now Evans. Penguins playing some situational hockey here as Evans kind of cuts to the middle. Always having that F3 on the play up high. Evans will try to turn it back to the middle. Penguins defense doing a good job here. Couple chances there to maybe drive in. They held back to defend. Evans there to knock it away from Fallon, right to Georgievsky, who sends it back to Fallon, but it'll be Kaminsky coming away with it. His pass for Evans is behind him. It'll go into the Honeybaked zone as we tick to 1:20. Penguins 5, Honeybaked 2. Tapped forward, skating into it. Nice defensive stick lift there by Starr. And he'll find Kaminsky. Kaminsky tries for Evans. It'll be followed on by Paris instead. Paris up the right, weaving in. Cutting into the middle, trying to tap it in, and Kaminsky driving in is able to pop it up and over, and the Penguins defenseman playing forward gets rewarded for the hard work in today's game as he wedges it up and over. He's popping bottles, baby. Brennan Kaminsky makes it 6-2 Penguins with 55.3 seconds to play here from Novi. This is a Cinnamon Swirl production. Cinnamon Swirl TV, cinnamonswirl.com. Cameraman Bobby Stahl. Producer, CEO, CFO, and czar, Nick Paris. We were unable to be joined by color commentator Colby Armstrong today. Colby Armstrong, and I'm Jeremy Evans, the voice of the Penguins, as Luca Filiaggi is on the ice injured. Holding a knee. And he makes his way very gingerly to the bench. 37 seconds left as Filiaggi is helped to the bench by Jason Julius. And Cameron Evans coming off the bench to help Filiaggi as well. Penguins will put Wu out for the last 37 here in Filiaggi's spot. Carter wedges it up. It'll be Villela back to Ofteride. Ofteride off the boards looking for Armstrong, who's out at center. Gathered in by Weaver, knocked off a stick. It'll be Wu. Wu finds Armstrong. Armstrong up the right side, firing one, glove hand side, and a save. 11.9 to play as the clock ticked a few extra seconds there. And we've got mini Spider-Men all over the boards here at Novi. Face-off offensive zone. Wrapped up the Hall. Hall fired across ice looking for Adams. It's Villela skating into it. Wedging it into the corner for Carter. The horn will sound. And the Penguins come away with the Motor City Invasion with a 2-1-1 record. This is 6-2 victory over Honeybaked. A 3-goal explosion in the third period for the Penguins. As Luca Filiaggi's helped off.
Wait, do that again.
And we get the handshake lines. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. When's our next game? I don't know if we play next week or the week after. The 11s, I know, play next week. I want to say they've got Sylvania. So look for your next Cinnamon Swirl. You know where you're going to find out? You're going to find out the next game on Cinnamon Swirl TV by going to citytv.com, citytv.com. Join us there. Make sure you subscribe. Thanks for joining us this morning. 604 of you. As you get a little of our fun action. That's a bit of a taste of what you're hopefully going to see this week. Follow us this week. Pay attention this week. Some player interviews and some fun that we've had over the last week or so. Thanks for tuning in, and join us for our next broadcast. Stay tuned for highlights. Stay tuned for player interviews. It's going to be a fun week here on City.